In this course, we will explain the display menu. Let's learn how to display and hide the entities that exist in the model in a variety of ways. In the display section, we will learn the list on the screen. Let's take a look at how to display erase entities using function keys and functions such as group and mask. The figure shown above describes the F6 to F8 functions. I will explain F6 to F8 in detail on the next page. The F6 function supports various ways to select and display entities. The selection method used in this command can be implemented in the same way by using the right mouse button pop-up menu in commands that require all selections. In other words, it is not necessary to pre-select selection before executing a specific command, and you can perform selection using the right mouse button pop-up menu within the command. The F7 function displays entities by their attributes. You can select items directly on the list or select a certain entity on the screen to select every entity related to the current attribution. Display part is a command that separates only the element and geometry parts from the F7 command. Selected entities are displayed among the lists. Visible entities are highlighted with blue color and invisible parts are deselected. All entities are classified into various parts. The grouping basis for FEM entity is physical property, material property, group, family, element type, element color, and model file ID. The grouping basis for geometry entity is set, color, group, model file ID, and such. Reverse command enables invisible entities to be visible and the opposite. But the masking parts still do not show up. Clear command deletes all displayed entities on the current screen. Clear all BC command hides all the boundary conditions that are displayed on the screen. You can display all the entities within a certain distance from selected entities using Find Adjacent. It is very useful to look for the adjacent entities not physically connected to the entities displayed on the screen. For specific purposes, you can store several entities as a group. Group contains FE entities such as node, element, coordinate system, and boundary condition. It also contains CAD entities such as point, curve, and surface. An entity can belong to several groups. Add group command is the function to add entities to the current group. Selected entities can be added to several groups at once. Erase group command remove entities from current group. MG commands perform various commands for the selected group. You can change the ID and name of a group, copy the group, delete it. The reorganize element command automatically adds all the nodes of elements in the group to the group. Utility function in manage group. The manage folder function allows you to create and manage group folders. Rename replace name is a function that allows you to rename a group from a 2B at once or rename it using ID and name map file. Users can define group factors for each group with the setGroupFactor function. This factor can be evaluated by applying the factor to the result value. This is an example to rename the group using the map file. The map file is text or CAF file and is created by separating between the old name and new name by comma or blank. Using the group summary, information such as the mass, e.g., area, and volume of the group can be output as a report. Also, it can be output in the form of the ASCII file to check the corresponding value and POPT as an element scalar contour. Users can assign group views to each group. Group views can be saved and removed from the menu tree and from the manager group. Groups with saved group views are displayed as plus in the manager groups list. When set to auto view in group report, it is created as a saved view. Group view preferences in the display option. Keep view maintains display and view to display and report. AutoFit keeps the current view and shows it on the full screen. Auto view automatically switches views of section, plan, and elevation, but if there is a stored view, show it by applying it first. You can export the selected group to a file or import the group from a file with the file function. You can import patron sessions and FEMAP neutral files. The selected groups can be exported to patron sessions and Nastran set files. You can output individual PDF files for each group you select. In the right option, if you select all, it is printed in an interpretable form considering only all boundary conditions and subcases related to elements and nodes belonging to the group. If you select bulk data only, it is printed only model information to a file. Value group function generates a new group for elements, which have the same field value of the physical property or material property. The figure shown right is an example. Shell and membrane thickness is selected from the physical property. Property group function is a feature that automatically creates a group for that element by selecting the physical properties and material properties referenced by element from the list. The name of the group being created becomes the string in the prefix input window plus the name of the selected property. This is commands related to the group. With the Show Hide Current Group command, you can hide the current group on the screen. You can also add or remove entities to the current group using the command shown on the screen. Mask menu enables a certain entity to hide invisible on the screen. You cannot select or see the masked entities, not even with F5 key, unless you unmask them. For example, if you are working on complex models step by step, you can mask completed parts to see the remains better. With Mask Hidden function, you can mask all entities, which are not displayed on the screen. Swap Mask reverses the conditions of entities. You can use various commands related to mask function as shown on the screen. You can add entities that are related to the currently displayed entity on the screen using the relation function. In the command standby mode, you can also use the pop-up menu as shown right. The first letter of each word is used as a shortcut key. I will explain the relation function in detail on the next page. With Add Related Entity function, you can add entities that are related to the currently displayed entity on the screen. This is the same effect with running both Add Related Node and Add Related Element commands. Add Connected Part function displays all of the elements that are directly connected to the currently displayed and have the same physical property. Elements that have the same physical property, but not connected, are not displayed. Add Displayed Part function displays all elements which belong to the same physical property of displayed elements, unlike Add Connected Part. You can execute the command on the pop-up menu in idle state. You can use the Add Related BCCSYS function when you want to add all the boundary conditions and coordinate systems associated with entity to the screen. Attached element is displayed on the screen only if all nodes of the element are already present on the screen among the elements connected to the displayed element. It is convenient to use when adding beam elements attached to the plate.